Stars, I'm a fool for your love.
Hey guys, you join me here, Slow86, and we are back on Cattle and Crops. So as you may see, even from the date in the top corner there, I'm sure there's a load trigger here. There is, thank God. We are in the start of next season, so we're kind of doing the cheaty load system here. We're into March in the next year, so we have a lot of work ahead of us now. We have all our fields to cut to face. We do have an awful amount of cattle to try and get rid of, and we can quickly actually bring that screen up just to show you what we're looking at. So we go to stock and we'll sort by weight because that tends to be how we're doing it. So we have a few now loaded up in the trailer already, but if we keep scrolling down, this is way past the 5 mark. You'll see, oh, that happens, that was unlucky. He's in the trailer, barn tree. So this guy is ready to go. I think from what I'm looking at, kind of 700 kg seems to be the max. You can get that little bit extra, but for the extra few pounds that are in it, or euros that are in it, not really worth it in my opinion. So we get into this kind of 700 kg mark and we will be shipping them off. So we're going to do one load on screen and then we'll do a few off, and then we will be back with cultivating. As I say, we've all our fields to start getting ready for seeding. We're kind of getting into the middle of March now, so pressure is going to come on to get it in the ground. And as you'll see, our money is also after increasing. I think last time we were on, it was around the 60,000, 66,000, I think, in around that kind of a ballpark. And as you can see, we're up to 83. So a mix of that was we sold one load of bulls off screen over the winter, and the next one was the BGA. Our digestive tank is full, so we've stopped selling again. So we've about 200,000 litres over there left to sell, and that'll have to be done towards the end of the season, and depending on how we get on with our own cattle, it might even end up using it back at the yard, because it will be probably a late harvest this year on the maize. Oh, little rabbit, nearly got him. So if we can get the funds, I think we might end up buying the tanker, as I think that would be a worthwhile investment, as we do tend to end up using it a good bit. And if we had one on the farm, we could just work with it without having to lease it. So that would save one of the outgoing costs. Now to get the tank and the boom all together is 150,000. I don't think we'll reach that, but we'll definitely surely get the 100,000 mark. And as I say, definitely surely, not even a real sentence, but we'll probably fall short of it even ourselves. So fingers crossed we can, because as we sell these 5, we'll be picking up another 5 to keep the stable full. And I am going to try a little bit by putting 5 animals out on grass for the rest of the summer. I did try it there for the last couple of weeks as we were feeding them, and they didn't seem to lose any weight, they didn't gain any weight, but they definitely didn't lose any. So with that said, we might try it on a couple of the younger ones and see do they kind of gain weight, and that way it'd be a free way of them gaining weight over the summer. We wouldn't have to feed them, all that kind of good stuff. So that's what we're shaping up to do. And as I say, we will try it with 5. I suppose we'll stick 5 out there and we'll just see. It'll give us a good estimate of where we'll stand. I'm still unsure on the MB track, should we sell it or keep it. I think if we sell it we get about maybe 20,000 for it, so is it worth selling? It does come in very handy as a kind of general yard tractor doing small jobs in fields. I know we did use it for carting as well towards the end of last year, which was very handy. But we also need the loader tractor that we have. The other option is we could sell the class and end up buying a, what's the word I want? Can't think of it. A telehandler. That is the word. We're close enough there to sell, I think. So if we just hit the sell button, yeah, we could potentially look at maybe getting the telehandler as our general round the yard work, but then we're losing a tractor, so there's pros and cons to everything. It's a shame we just can't seem to get the money together, but back up to 96,000 now, and that's only after selling one load. So we'll push forward here, and we will buy more and see how we fare out. I think because we have to sell so many, we should fingers crossed have enough to get the tanker. As I say, that'll be a great start for us. The other thing we do need to start looking at as well is land. We have picked up one extra field actually, which I'll show again in a bit. So if we go to stock, and this time we're going to go by price, and we're going to go from lowest to highest, and that's in my barn, so we need to be in dealer doing price, lowest again. So we'll buy 5. Which is perfect. 5 of them sitting in the field. We're going to change this to load, and we're going to start. We'll jump back in cab. We're still in reverse. So we'll get back to the yard, unload these, and we'll probably rinse and repeat it. As I say, I won't show it all in camera. When we come back on camera, we'll probably have started our field work to some degree. As I say, we just need to get it going, and we probably won't do as much maize this year, just so we don't have that much sitting over in the BGA. So we'll probably do an extra field of cereal crop, if not maybe even 2 fields extra in cereal crop, so we should have that then cash crop to sell. In my head, it makes sense in my head, so we just have to see at the end of the season if we can do it. Now we are playing with the price difficulty set to hard and not realistic, as I found on realistic possibly it would have taken me 20 years to build up the money to a tanker, whereas on the hard there's not much of a change, but for the selling the cereal crops, you do get that extra little bit, so it does help. I think on realistic, I think we were selling for like 10 cents a kg, or was it something along those lines, I think, and on the hard it bumped it up to about 26, 27, so, and that's cent again, so not huge numbers, but it does add up when you're selling a trailer load, as we found, so that was handy. Not sure where this car is going. He is turning, is he? He is. So hopefully on the next load that we sell, we should have enough to buy the tanker. And then again, I'm thinking maybe should I just invest in a bit of land, because the tanker won't be needed till the end of the year. Dilemma. You can let me know in the comments which way we should go. Should we go for an extra bit of land, guys, and look to expand that way and potentially earn a little bit extra this next year coming with the crops where we can grow? Or should we go straight out, get the tanker because we know we need it, and it'll save us a lot of heartache down the line with leasing it and trying to keep the BGA active and stuff. So potential, see which way it works out best for us. Whichever way you think we should go, that's the way we will go with it, guys. So we're just gonna roll into the shed here, get our cattle out. Should be somewhere about here. So we're going to unload them and we'll sort them. I think pin 5 is empty, so these 5 will go straight to pin 5. If I zoom back a bit, you'll see when they're all out. Boom, all out. So we're going to jump in, stock, and we're going to sort by a barn. Easiest to find them. I'll flick it upside down, so we have this one. So we're going straight to barn 5. That's one. So that is a job done, and while we're here then we're going to swap it back to weight, and I think we have a few more to go here. We've 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you see if we drop down here, his value, get him up the extra few kgs. Again, I think the 700 mark just seems to work. If we drop down here and we pick up this guy, you'll see for the extra 10 kgs he can put on, he can gain us nearly 100. So it's worth doing, but I noticed as he went from 700 to 710, it's maybe then only worth 50. So that's my theory, in around the 700. I may be way off on that, but again, you guys can let me know. I think they're all in barn 4, no, barn 3, and barn 1. So there's a mix there, so we'll try and clear up another one. So we're going to transfer them to the barn. And that's number 4, and this guy is number 5. So we'll do that. We'll back out of here. We want to change this to load and start again. So as I say, we'll get rid of our few ones, and that will give us a nice bit of cash. And by the time we're done cultivating stuff, we'll have enough time to decide what we want to do with it. So we have another 5 loaded up, so we're going to strike off back to the animal trader and sell these, and we'll be back on the yard. And we'll do it a few times, I say, and we'll see where we stand financially, and we'll start planning out our fields for the year. So that's it, guys. I'll see you in a few seconds, and we'll be on a complete, probably different tractor and implement, and we'll be working the ground. So I'll see you in a few. And we are back. So as you can see, we are busy cultivating away. We have a lot to do, and we're starting with the maize fields. I'm hoping I'm right in that. I just should really double check. The reason I'm starting with the maize is because I believe, let me just get this turned on. Not the best at multitasking. I believe if I do the maize first, it takes the longest to grow, I think. So we're just going to get ourselves lined up here using auto steer. So I believe it does take the longest. We should really, as I say, double check our things. Where do we want to be? We want to be here. Spring barley is 150 days. Maize is 155 days. So yeah, if we can get the maize in first. Well, there's probably not much in it. But what I'm hoping for is as well the maize. Unfortunately, the field needs to be cultivated. I'm hoping with the cereal crops the seeder we have, we should be able to direct seed, as it has a cultivator on the front, or a power harrow on the front even. So we should be able to direct seed. So that's the little test I'm planning on doing with myself. And also, I don't want to get too far. I should really be going forward. I really don't want to get too far ahead either, as I know there is, well, I don't know for sure, it's not 100%, but I think the next update to the game will be coming within this month of March. So all going well. I know in the last, I read it in the newsletter, I think they're planning on adding extra crop types to the game and stuff. But I think the next one is working more so on the ground conditions, so completion of the soil compaction and stuff like that. So that's definitely worth looking forward to. So I don't have nearly everything planted. How did we miss a bit? I don't have everything planted and then find out there's a new crop and miss the opportunity to sow it. Not that we would, we'd probably end up, wow, we're missing a lot now. Not that we would, we'd probably end up taking a loan to offset that cost. That annoys me that we missed a bit. Yeah, we'd probably take a loan, get another bit of land, and that would see us through that little episode if it does happen. No guarantees. As I say, I have no inside knowledge or anything of the game. I'm just going with what I can find out there on the World Wide Web. So we'll be cultivating anyway for probably the next video as well, because as I say, we have a lot to do, and we'll see how we're going. We definitely get a couple of fields sowed as well. And try that little experiment and see how it goes, and hopefully in the meantime that update will drop. And we'll have something new to look forward to. So I know in the last one the tires were done, and personally I think it's a nice touch. The textures look a lot more lifelike. So that's what you want to see out of a game. So if that effort can be maintained throughout the rest of it, I'm sure we're on to a winner. So we will be coming back to do a headland pass. Just in case you think I'm missing that, I'm not. We're going to try and do this planting a little bit more realistically if we can. For those who are wondering as well, I did say I'd show it. We're currently sitting on just over 100,000 now, and we still have one more load of bulls to sell. But what I forgot was the dealership only has a select amount of bulls in stock at any one stage, so we are going to have to wait a day or two till he restocks and we can get our hands on a few more bulls. Because as it stands at the moment, oh, wrong one. As it stands at the moment, I think he's only like 3 left, so there's no point picking up 3 and having 2 empty. I'd rather fill the shed if I can. So we will wait for that episode to happen. As I say, we probably won't show it, but I will talk my way through it so you understand where the money is coming from as much as I can. And it's nice to see we're missing more bits. Fantastic. Does puzzle me sometimes when that happens, but we'll get them. So the field we're working now will be going to maize, and the one across the road here to our rice. will also be going to maize, and the big one at the back there that was in barley, I think, that will also be going to maize. And we'll probably take one other, might be one of the big ones either by the yard or over by the BGA, and that will also go to maize, and hopefully that will be enough to see us through. As I said, we did pick up one extra field. It's a small little field, cost us 10,000, and we did pick that up because it was worth it. So while we're heading this track, I will jump in here and show you where that field is. We zoom out of the map. This small one up here, we've picked up, and we have Sprayvel on it. So we spread enough, I think, for, I think it was maize we'd planned to go on it because the heavier of this, although we spread it kind of heavy. Not sure what happened there. I think we were probably looking to use up some of the, make more space in the tank at the BGA, so we spread it out heavy. So we'll be going maize this year on that one, and we'll rotate then again after that. So we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fields of maize, and the rest will be going into a cereal crop. As I say, one of the big fields will return to maize for the second year in a row, and after that we'll hopefully have a cycle in place then. So we're missing a nice bit, and we might have to narrow our GPS track. I do have it down 4.1 down to 3.9, so we might have to go another one and just see. Hopefully we can eradicate that, because it just means we have to pass it again. My OCD will kick in, and we can't have that. So guys, we're going to continue to work away here. I think we will jump away and leave it at this one. As I say, let me know in the comments below what you think we should do with our 100,000. Should we go for the tanker? We can't afford the booms yet, but we'll obviously work towards the booms. Or should we push towards possibly more land with a view to... oh, that was very poor. With a view to expanding obviously the farm and getting a few more crops in the ground. So I will let you decide that one, guys. Whatever you think works best is what we'll aim to do. So with that said, I've been Snowman86. This has been Cattle and Crops, and as always guys, thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you all again. Take care.